Hello everyone and welcome to my GH Soap Opera Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers. Sidwell preserves Lucas's life, Pascal's deadly scheme? According to General Hospital spoilers, Pascal might do something risky out of rage. Pascal is undoubtedly capable of anything at this time because Marco Rio's graphic conclusion has left him in complete disarray. Pascal lost it with Lucas Jones about Marco's death in the April 2nd episode. It was obvious that Pascal had been using alcohol as a coping mechanism for his sadness over Marco's death. Pascal accused Lucas of manipulating his boyfriend and held him accountable for what had happened to Marco. Fans of GH are aware that Pascal disliked Lucas before, but now he genuinely despises him. What if Lucas chooses to carry out Pascal's insistence that he ought to be dead? There could be a lot of drama at the castle because Pascal's anger toward Lucas and his increased drinking. Lucas accepted Jane Sidwell's invitation to stay at Windermere, so Pascal can easily target him if he chooses. Now that Pascal is losing his mind, Lucas might be in danger. Sidwell sees this as an opportunity to grieve together, while Lucas sees it as a means of keeping Sidwell near and planning both his and Roscollum's demise. But if Pascal's anger gets out of control, Lucas might be in danger. There could be some scary scenes if Pascal decides it's time to kill Lucas. Pascal might not care and claim that Lucas deserves this, despite Lucas's pleas for his life and insistence that Marco won't return. Lucas might be saved by an unexpected person, just when it seems like he might not survive. Sidwell could appear just in time to spare Lucas from a terrible destiny. Sidwell cares for Lucas because Marco did. Now that Marco is dead, Sidwell is more concerned with Lucas making Marco incredibly happy than he is with starting a new chapter with his view. Although Sidwell was unable to save Marco, he might be able to protect Lucas from Pascal's insane actions. This might result in Sidwell eliminating Pascal instead, so a corpse might still appear at Windermere in the near future. Do you believe Pascal will attempt to kill Lucas in order to exact revenge? Could Sidwell shock Lucas by saving the day? According to the General Hospital spoilers, the action at Windermere might soon pick up steam, so be sure to check in for all the surprising revelations and crazy scenarios. Spoilers for General Hospital. Does Cassius put everything at risk to save Brit? According to General Hospital spoilers, Cassius Faison, also known as Fake Nathan, might risk everything to save Brit Westbourne, his sister. Family is family. Even though he might be not the real Nathan West, could he do the same for Brit if he risked everything to assist Rocco Falconeri? As fans are aware, Brit was being offered experimental medications for Huntington's disease by Jane Sidwell and WSB double agent Roscollum in exchange for her participation in their cold fusion research, which was Caesar Faison's final project. In the end, Marco Rios attempted to assist Brit and was successful in stealing the medications. He was planning to send them to Brit, who would then give them to Jason Morgan, who would then give them to Brick so his contact could duplicate them. Unfortunately, Colm discovered Marco's trick and killed him by ambushing him at this Miller and Davis office. While Britt was waiting at the pier, Colm got the medications back and destroyed the vials in front of her, ruining the entire plan she had with Jason. The whole plot demonstrated how terrible and evil Colm really is. Brit will receive an ultimatum, according to General Hospital spoilers, for the week of April 6 to 10. Given that Huntington's symptoms are returning and she hasn't taken her medication in a while, it's reasonable to assume that Sidwell and Colm will once more force her to use her prescription to aid them. Fake Nathan eventually came to light in a scene with Sidwell at Windermere during the week of March 30 to April 3. Fans discovered that he was Nathan's unidentified twin brother Cassius, Although Cassius may not be as horrible as he appears, some viewers have assumed that he is the evil twin. He agreed that Brit was more trouble than she was worth and acknowledged Sidwell's tirade about her. But was that merely an attempt to placate his boss? Does Cassius have a hidden agenda in this situation? Even if it might be an act, he does look like a kind guy and seems to have a real connection with James West. Perhaps Cassius is in the same predicament as the majority of Sidwell's associates. They are carrying out Sidwell's actions out of fear of being harmed by the criminal or out of blackmail. This leads to another GH surprise for the upcoming week. In the Wednesday, April 8 episode, Cassius issues a warning to Brit. This will follow her ultimatum, so maybe fake Nathan warns her to obey Sidwell and Colum's commands. However, it's also possible that he tells her about a bigger scheme in which Sidwell and Colum are defeated and the good guys prevail. In any case, there is a good chance that Cassius will shock GH viewers by risking everything for his sister. This could include stealing those medications to get her out of Sidwell and Colum's grasp, or even rushing in to save her if the two villains decide to eliminate her once she is no longer useful to them. It will be fascinating to see if Cassius ends up making amends for this fake Nathan incident or simply delving further into his dark side, as General Hospital spoilers suggest that there is more to his narrative than meets the eye. General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks. Scandal, shame, and exposure of 2 shooters. According to General Hospital spoilers for the upcoming 2 weeks, from April 6 to April 17, Dante Falconeri will conduct research while Christina Cointos Davies considers her history. Let's talk about what Brit Westbourne has planned, because she will also have a lot on her plate. Harrison Chase and Brooklyn Quartermain will find out if they are permitted to be Phoebe's foster parents during the week of April 6 to 10. Will Brooklyn and Chase benefit from Willow Kane's influence, or might there be an unforeseen issue? How about Pascal and Lucas? Is there a way to stop Pascal from killing Lucas? Pascal appears determined to use murder as a way to express his sorrow over Marco. Lucas, watch out! In other places, Dante will insist on answers, so he might question Lulu Spencer about Rocco Fantclonari's injured hand and ask why Elizabeth Baldwin had to tell him about his hospital stay. She will have to face with a challenging ultimatum regarding Brit. Until Brit discovers who shot him on Pier 55, will Ross Colum refuse to give up any more of his medication? Although Brit is still unsure of the perpetrator, Colum might believe that she and Jason Morgan are both covering for someone. In any case, Brit wants to continue receiving vials of her medication. Colum might force her to assist him in solving this riddle. Additionally, there will be a terrible date, so Giovanni Gio Palmieri might ruin his evening with Emma Scorpio Drake. With the next Broadway trip, Gio might decide to make this right. While Jane Sidwell confides in Emma Jerome about his sorrow and rage at Sonny Corinthos, Isaiah Gannon will conceal someone's secret for them. Brit will also meet with Cassius Faison, also known as Fake Nathan West, who will issue a warning. Cassius might break the news that Brit needs to be dealt with, as Sidwell has been hinting at. May Portia Robinson experience a pregnancy-related fright, just as Curtis Ashford may experience some moments of distress? Instead, could this entail learning Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor's Willow-related secret? According to other GH rumors, Jack Renan will be impacted hard by a startling revelation. It appears that this will result in the major disclosure of Carly Spencer and Valentine Cassadine's sultry and vindictive relationship. This will be a major showdown between Renan and Curly, so it will be worth watching. Christina, on the other hand, will tell someone about her past. When it comes to Jacinda Braken's love past, Christina might delve a little deeper, which can entail discussing the disaster that resulted from protecting Ethan Lovett and abusive Kai Ferbo when Christina was smitten on him years ago. Ethan finally put her in the friend zone, but with his impending return, might that change? Will there be another opportunity for romance between Christina and Ethan? In any event, Ethan will soon return to the screen. And because Christina has mentioned him, he might appear during the week of April 13 to 17. While Cassius tries to keep up his Nathan persona and keep everything in the dark about Rocco Falconeri shooting Colum, Sidwell will organize some retaliatory actions against Sonny. Rocco might eventually confess to Britt, leaving her in shock. Eventually, Britt could understand why Jason is deciding to take the blame and grow just as committed to saving Rocco. Charlotte Cassadine will probably learn the truth about Rocco as well. But will she tell Danny Morgan to keep quiet for Rocco's benefit? According to General Hospital spoilers, there will be a lot of action over the next 2 weeks, so pay attention. Spoilers for General Hospital. Charlotte's loyalty taste. Will she turn on Danny or Rocco after discovering the shooter's secret? According to General Hospital spoilers, Charlotte Cassadine is destined to find herself in a dire circumstance. Charlotte might have to make a difficult decision that, regardless of her choice, would harm someone she loves. Charlotte has undoubtedly been getting closer to Danny Morgan lately, as GH fans are aware of their romantic advancements. Since Charlotte and her brother are close, she will be aware of Rocco Falconeri's increasingly peculiar actions. After shooting Ross Colum and forcing Jason Morgan off canvas due to a cover-up, Rocco is already a clumsy mess. Rocco finds it difficult to face his responsibility because he knows Danny is devastated by the WSB's removal of Jason. It's true that Rocco prevented Colum from attacking Jason, but he is also the reason Jason is probably enduring difficult circumstances someplace. Rocco worries that Danny might never see his father again and holds himself responsible. You can guarantee that Charlotte will eventually take action to discover what Rocco is concealing from her. Charlotte might learn the truth about the shooter if he overhears Rocco and Lulu Spencer having a private talk. On the other hand, it's possible that Charlotte will simply put more pressure on Rocco to confess until he does. Rocco may reveal everything and caution Charlotte from telling anyone, especially Danny. Charlotte would contend that because Rocco shot Colum to keep Jason safe, Danny would comprehend. Charlotte might believe Danny should have all the information since Jason is now repaying the favor by filling in for Rocco. Rocco could be concerned, though, that Danny won't ever forgive him for being the cause of Jason's leaving. Furthermore, since Rocco was standing up for Jason that evening, Danny might come to believe that the truth would resolve things. Honestly, simply won't work for Rocco because in actuality it's his word against a renowned WSB director. Charlotte will need to determine her next course of action. After learning what is happening, Charlotte might come to the realization that if she blabs, she would be betraying Rocco, and if she remains silent, she will be betraying Danny. Will Charlotte tell Danny what actually happened or keep Rocco's secret? When Charlotte eventually takes this loyalty test, who will prevail? According to General Hospital spoilers, Charlotte will face more difficulties in the future. Don't miss how she responds to any significant Rocco news. Spoilers for General Hospital. Cassius will become the next police commissioner after Colum targets Dante? According to General Hospital spoilers, Dante Falconeri might be targeted now that he's irritated Ross Colum. When Dante questioned Ross Colum about his recent shooting, the WSB director became concerned. Fans of GH are aware that Dante is the type of person who never gives up until he finds the complete truth. Given that Colum is a double agent with a ton of secrets about his projects with James Sidwell, that could be a problem for him. By pretending to be Nathan West, Cassius Faison has been able to take over Nathan's previous position on the police force. The same Detective West is back on duty for the remainder of Port Charles. But as the plot develops, Nathan's detective job might not be sufficient for Colum. What if Colum wants Cassius to become more powerful and eventually replace Dante? Given that Nathan hasn't been back on the force for very long, Cassius might act as though that's wishful dreaming. Cassius has already experienced times when he has had trouble following police protocol because he is not a genuine police officer. However, Colum might maintain that he requires a more submissive police commissioner, one who will obey commands rather than conduct potentially disastrous investigations. In light of this, Colum should caution Cassius to find a way to get the job or else. Dante might contribute to clearing the present commish because he might provide unpleasant news to Colum. Given the tension surrounding Sonny Corinthos, Colum may perceive an easy opportunity to have Sidwell take Dante out. Colum is more than willing to let Sonny take the blame, even though it was he who attacked Marco Rios and brought about his terrible destiny. Colum might benefit from that since he could force Sidwell to kill Dante in order to exact revenge on Marco. Colum may instill in Sidwell the notion that he won't receive real retribution unless Sonny is compelled to mourn Dante's passing. Colum would argue that Sidwell should take Sonny's son away as payback. For the sake of Lulu Spencer and Rocco Falconeri, Sidwell might give it some serious thought, leaving Cassius frantically trying to halt this. According to General Hospital spoilers, the fact that Cassius is filling in for Rocco may make things worse, so pay attention. 5 General Hospital people whose lives might fall apart if Nathan turns out to be Cassius. When it was discovered that Nathan West, the recently returned and adored police officer, was actually Cassius Faison, General Hospital took a startling turn. Few people in Port Charles are now aware of this secret identity save from Sidwell, Colum, and probably Britt. Cassius has persuaded everyone that he is Detective Nathan West, who has returned from the grave. In the meantime, Cassius is getting ready to undermine Sonny and take advantage of all of his connections under Sidwell's pressure. When they discover Nathan's true identity, some of them will suffer, while others will gain. The Cassius expose on General Hospital is expected to cause hardship for 5 characters. 1. Lulu Spencer. Fans are aware that Lulu and Nathan grew close due to their shared experiences and protectiveness of the children involved. Nathan investigated Charlo's safety as Lulu Spencer assisted him in establishing a connection with his son. Additionally, they both experienced the strange sensation of returning to life after a long absence. Nathan most likely missed 7 years of forgetfulness when Lulu emerged from her 4-year coma. While they were abroad, the world changed, and they had to manage their presence. Lulu persuaded Maxie to allow her to date Nathan after falling in love with him during the process. Lulu will therefore be heartbroken to learn that the person she's trusted with was a phony. In the grand scheme of things, Lulu will probably feel taken advantage of by Cassius's cunning ploy. 2. James West. The imposter Nathan contacted with James West, his son, after coming to Port Charles, when previously stated, when Nathan grew to trust his biological father, Lulu assisted him in developing a bond with James. James was proud of his father's return to his life at the PCPD, despite the fact that his stepfather loved him. Additionally, the two grew close during game practice when James asked his father, a super batsman, to train him. When he saw how badly Nathan hit the ball, he was unhappy. James' heart will shatter upon discovering that the man he cherished as his biological father is a fake who posed as Nathan. The trauma of bonding with an imposter can take some time for him to heal. 3. Sidwell Gems. It would seem obvious that Sidwell will gain from Cassius's presence in the community. He is blackmailing Britt, Faison's daughter, to finish the prototype for Faison's final project while working with his enigmatic son Cassius to bring down Sonny. Sidwell is one of the key actors in Faison's scheme, albeit the entire network involved is still unclear. Sidwell anticipates results with Cassius stationed in Port Charles as PCPD Detective Nathan West. 4. Falconeri Dante. Dante was a co-worker of Nathan West and was familiar with the police officer. They were great friends and collaborated as detectives. As a result, he welcomed Nathan back into PCPD after discovering him mysteriously alive. Furthermore, despite his mild suspicions of improper evidence processing, Dante revealed all Clay's difficulties with the imposter. The matter was settled. With Charlotte's safety and the intimacy of his ex-wife, Lulu, he also trusted the imposter Nathan. 5. Falconeri Rocco. Nathan is a friend of Rocco's murder, Britt's brother and Britt's kid. Additionally, Colum requested Nathan to drive him home after Rocco shot him at the docks to save Jason, and Jason went on to accept responsibility for the horrific crime. After bringing Rocco home to Lulu, the imposter Nathan told him and his mother to keep silent about the crime. Rocco probably views the imposter as a reliable adult. The teenager will be concerned when Rocco finds out that Nathan is actually Cassius and was posing as the deceased detective. Rocco will suffer over his fate because the imposter has strong information about him that could ruin his life. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any updates.